Mitchell Zimmerman wrote a piece for Common Dreams yesterday about the U.S. Supreme Court. And I thought this was really worth mentioning to you and in fact, bringing up. He points out, he says, I'm an experienced lawyer, and I believed, and he's saying that when the court took the case, Donald Trump's absolute immunity case, that they didn't really intend to give him immunity, that really what they were trying to do was just give him some delay, which is what Trump wanted. I mean, delay has been his strategy all along on everything. He thinks that if he can become president again, he could shut down all of this stuff, and he will. He will have the ability to do that. And maybe not legally, but he'll certainly do it. And then Mitchell Zimmerman says, but holy cow, I didn't, these are my words, not his, I didn't. Well, here's what he says. He says, wrong. At the oral argument of the case, the conservatives quietly embraced the notion that a president could face no criminal penalties, even for ordering the assassination of a political rival or directing the military to stage a coup. They were unfazed by an argument that our president needed to enjoy the immunity of a king, although the Constitution says not one word about immunity. Justice Alito argued that presidential immunity was required so presidents could leave office peacefully. And then he points out, did the right-wing justices fail to notice that the petitioner in this case, Donald Trump, did not seek to go off into peaceful retirement? He goes on to point out that the Supreme Court's conservative cabal sees re-electing Trump as critical to their long-term mission. He writes, they are determined to do all they can to re-elect Trump and save him from being convicted, not because they love him, but because they're determined to preserve their own continuing hegemony at the pinnacle of our legal system. Conservatives have a solid 6-3 majority today, but Clarence Thomas is 75 and Sam Alito is 74. Should ill health or death remove either of them in the next 5 years, a Democrat in the White House could create a liberal 5-4 majority, ending the conservative reign. They are determined to do all they can to re-elect Trump and save him from being convicted. He notes that right-wing justices have intervened before. In 2000, in Florida, even though Al Gore got 40,000 more votes than George W. Bush, Jeb Bush, his brother, and his factotum, Catherine Harris, decided not to count those 40,000 votes because they were from a black county, largely black county, and where the machines didn't work right. And so people had not only punched the button or punched the hole for Al Gore, but they'd also written his name in. And Catherine Harris and Jeb Bush said, well, they spoiled the ballots by doing that. You're not supposed to do that. And so they didn't count 40,000 votes that would have overwhelmingly given Florida to Al Gore. So anyway, the right-wing justices intervened, and they made George W. Bush president. And he says not long after that, Bush appointed 2 right-wing judges to the Supreme Court, John Roberts and Sam Alito. So they want more of that. Right? That's what's going on.